Lionel Messi is Barcelona's GOAT, and Lamine Yamal is expected to become his successor. But what if instead they played together? So today, I'm restarting the careers of both Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal, putting them together at Barcelona to see if they can help Barcelona become the world's best team again. So I have now become Barcelona's manager and brought back Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal, as Lionel Messi is back to being 17 years old at a 67 overall, and so is Lamine Yamal. And guess what? Messi is absolutely horrendous, and so is Lamine Yamal. It's gonna be a tough journey to win the Champions League with them. But there's a problem, boys. The entire squad is gone. No Pedri, no Anthony Gordon, no Rashford, no Rafinha, and they're stuck with only the La Masia graduates that are here at Barca. And they've also been relegated down to La Liga 2, and that's because we have two of the best talents of all time, so they need to start from the very bottom. And here at Barca, we'll be playing a 4-2-1-3, as Lamine Yamal is going to be the playmaker in this team, because I believe Messi is the better finisher, and he will be in that shadow striker role. But I'm excited because Hamza has a lot of potential. So does Ebrima Tunkara. However, not only do we have 5 million to spend, I can only sign players that currently play for Barca in real life or are originally from La Masia. But other than Messi and Yamal, this team looks pretty weak. 5 million could only really give me like one signing or two. And the one player we could afford is Carlos Alenia. We valued around 3.7 million. This guy used to be a huge prospect. So for 4 million, the only signing we're making this season is Carlos Alenia. So this is the starting 11 of season number 1. But the question is, how will Yamal and Messi perform in the professional debut? Can these two players play in the same team? Yamal gives it back into Messi, and here comes Messi, the brilliant through ball into Lamine, and here he goes, 1v1, scores it into Hamza, first time finish. Oh, that's a horrible shot from Hamza. Hamza now on the ball, gives it into Lionel Messi. Here comes the number 10, does find Lamine, the dreamy ball, looking to cut inside, gives it into Tunkara instead of Messi, and it goes in. Messi starts to play, Yamal gets assist, and Barcelona will take a 1-0 lead. Messi picks up the ball, he's driving into the midfield, he gives it into Lamine Yamal. Once again, Messi starts to play, and Lamine is looking to pass it to Hamza. 2-0, baby. When it comes to playmaking, these two guys are linking up amazing. The whistle is blown, Barca pick up the first 2 points, and Messi and Yamal have decent performances. I cannot wait till they're in their primes, and hopefully in a UCL final. And boys, this is terrible. Barcelona finished second to last. This team is way worse than I thought it would be. But it's a +4 for Lionel Messi to a 71. That should help next season. And a +5 for Lamine, now out of 72. But weirdly, Tunkara was the best player with 12 goals, 7 for Hamza, only 4-1 for Messi, 2-5 for Alenia, and 2-7 for Lamine Yamal. The great news is the squad still grew. I think the problem is literally the overall ratings. But with more money next season and Messi and Yamal being better, I expect at least a top half finish. Winning that UCL is going to be a long journey. And in season 2, they have given me 8 million to work with. I think without signings, this team would already perform better. But who can I go ahead and bring in to improve this side right now? I think I can go ahead and sign both Matthew Murray, 74 rated right back, who can get for as low as 4 million. And if we can get him as low as possible, we can also get Antonio Sanabria, 31 years old, used to be in the Barca Academy, and he is only worth around 2.8. So for 3 million, 75 rated Antonio Sanabria, who's been everywhere in Europe, has joined the side. And for 5 million, Mateo Morey is also rejoining Barcelona. So Sanabria and Morey join the side and absolutely improve it. My worry is that goalkeeping position. I cannot afford any other goalkeepers out there, and that other midfield position. And Hamza's growth might slow down, but don't worry, he still has a future at this club. But I do need Messi and Yamal to step up this year and carry this side hopefully into a promotion battle. As this season, just like last year, I'm giving Messi shadow striker, and I gave Lamine Yamal inside forward last year, but this year we're finally going to that wide playmaker role. And what a turnaround! Barca have finished in 3rd, just missing out on automatic promotion. And they beat Real Zaragoza, which means they're in the playoff final where the first leg they drew 1-1. And some of these Leganes players have some great stats for the 2nd division. And with Carlos Alenia suspended, and Lamine Yamal and Lionel Messi take Barcelona back to La Liga. Okay, are they big game players still, even though they're back at 17 years old? And here comes Leganes early on. They beat the defense, looking for the tackle shot. It's saved by the American keeper. Juan Cruz with a cross, and it finds Lamine Yamal. Great header out of bounds. But now it's Guriao into Gay. Then it's Gay. Gives it to Miguel de la Fuente, and it hits the crossbar. Barca are getting lucky. But here comes Juan Cruz on the ball for Leganes coaching. Tommy Marquez does find Lionel Messi. Here comes the greatest of all time. Finds Lamine Yamal through on goal. 1v1. He's offside. He was gonna score that, you know. Here comes Leganes again. Come on, let's not concede now. Coach it again, man. Lamine Yamal on the ball, second half now, gives it to Lionel Messi. Messi's looking for the space here. He gets rid of one. It's Lionel Messi. Through ball into Hamza, who came off the bench, and it goes in. That's the Hamza we want. He makes it 1-0 for Barca. But Leganes are 1v1 now. Shots Kuchin again. Messi wins the ball back, gives it into Olmedo, who finds Lamine. He's looking for the run of Messi. He does find it. And now it's Lionel Messi looking for that through ball. He gives it to Hamza, into Tunkara, the best player last season. Tunkara comes back, gives it to Messi, who finds Lamine Yamal, gives it back into Lionel Messi, and it goes in. Yamal and Messi link up to extend the lead. They might be going back to La Liga. And the whistle blows. Barcelona are back in La Liga. From second to last to promoting to the first division. The UCL is closer than you think. And by the way, I'm curious. I also want one of them to win the Ballon d'Or. Who do you think is going to do it first? Subscribe and comment down below. Let me know. What a signing Sanabria was. 14 goals and 4 assists. 8 for Tunkara. He's cooking. 6 and 9 for Alenia. 6-7 for Lionel Messi. And 4 and 10 for Lamine Yamal is not bad. As he went up a +3 to 75. Messi went up a +4 to a 76. While the rest of the squad continues to improve. However, a lot of these players need to be replaced now that Barca are back in La Liga. And we now have La Liga money as well with 30 million to spend. I would take that, you know. And the front line is actually looking pretty strong with Messi, Sanabria, and Lamine Yamal. We will survive relegation, but that goalkeeper spot, the center back spot, and that CDM spot is looking weak. And luckily, Iñaki Peña at 29.78 is only worth 7 million. This is going to be a huge signing. So for 7 million, here comes Iñaki Peña, returning back to Barcelona. The best goalkeeper we can get, other than John Garcia, to be honest. So Iñaki Peña is a huge improvement to that goalkeeping spot. Luckily for center back, we have Sergi Dominguez, Mika Marmol, and Santiago Bueno. Mika Marmol is the best option, but worth 15 million. I only have 23 million left. And Sergi Dominguez is a little bit too low rated, but he is very cheap and has some decent potential. However, Santiago Bueno, just like Iñaki Peña, 29.78, and is very cheap. So for 7.5 million, the Uruguayan is the chosen one. I do eventually want to sign Alexa Pokubarsi and even Mika Marmol. We just can't afford it yet, man. But he will do just fine. But with the final 15 million, I was able to bring back Ricky Puig. This guy was Pedri before Pedri, but from La Masia. So I hope he can help us stay in La Liga. So this is what the brand new squad looks like. Puig is at an 81. That is huge, man. But I'm a little bit worried about Cortés. Is a little bit low rated, and so is Javi. And can Tunkara do it in the first division? As this season, I'm giving Messi the advanced playmaker role, and Lamine Yamal is returning to that inside forward role. But it's time for Barcelona's debut in La Liga. They've returned. Come on, Messi. Come on, Yamal. Yamal wins the ball back, gives it into Ricky Puig. Puig does find Lionel Messi. He's looking for that through ball. Can he find Tony Sanabria? He does. Looking for the shot, and it goes into corner. 13 minutes in, and Barcelona get their first La Liga goal on the return. Messi with another assist. And now Satriano, great interception from Cortés. Carlos Alenia gives it to Tunkara, who almost loses it, but it falls to Sanabria. Sanabria into Lamine. Here comes the Lamine, the dream Yamal. Yamal is looking for that pass into Messi. He does find it, and now it's Messi. Back into Yamal. Yamal back into Sanabria. Sanabria low driven, and it goes in. Beautiful build-up from Messi, Yamal, and Sanabria gets another goal. But Getafe are now ready to give up, but it's a great tackle from Cortés. Ricky Puig into Lamine, who finds Lionel Messi. He knows he can find it through ball. He gives it to Hamza, who finds Lamine Yamal. 1v1 with a finish, and it goes in. It's a phenomenal debut for Barca's return in La Liga. And the whistle is blown. The first 3 points for us back in the first division. But is this team good enough to stay up? And 17 goals for Sanabria is brilliant. And then 4 for Tunkara. He's really doing well. 7 and 3 for Lionel Messi. 7 and 4 for Lamine Yamal. 6 and 9 for Ricky Puig. But Lionel Messi is now at an 80 overall at just 19 years old. And so is Lamine Yamal. These guys are going band for band. But Tunkara's now at a 76. Alenia has recovered to an 80. Ricky Puig to an 83. Morey 81. Santiago Bueno 80. And even Cortés to a 76. And players like Hamza, Fernandez, Nomoko, and Hernandez are growing off the bench here. And what a season for Barca. Safely above the relegation. 8th place. Could have almost had a European football. But the Copa del Rey was won by Madrid. As Barca lost in the round of 16. That's terrible. As Alenia and Lamine Yamal has made the team of the season. Come on, Messi, step up your game. He needs your help. I wonder if next season Barca can get European football. or maybe even make a cup run. And if that's gonna happen in season 4, Messi and Yamal have to be the main man, as 60 million has been given to us, man. And the improvements are obvious. Sanabria has 33. He needs somebody to replace him. That left back spot is the weakest in the squad, and maybe another center back, even though Cortez has been brilliant. And there's only 2 options for 9. One is Aber Ruiz, who isn't even better than Hamza. So that means it has to be a return for Ansu Fati here. So for only 26 million, the guy who was supposed to replace Messi has returned to Barca and will play with Messi and Lamine Yamal. What a story this is so far. And Ansu Fati is now easily the starter. For left back, there's a lot of options like Adam Asnu. He's a bit too low rated though. Hector Ford, who could play on the left. Juan Miranda, who is the oldest but is the cheapest, and Alex Valle from Como. Let's see who I can strike a deal with here. And luckily for 28 million, yes, that is a lot of money, we have brought in Alex Valle from Como, which only leaves us like 5 million for a center back. But I did something genius, and that is because for 4 million plus Diego Kochen, thank you for your service, Mika Marmol is returning to Barca. I was able to make the 3 signings I wanted, but I just know in a season or 2 we'll be bringing back the likes of Pedri and Kubarsi one day. And this is the brand new starting 11: Fati, Mika Marmol, Alex Valle. Yes, if you didn't know, I did change the formation to a 4-3-3 attack because Alenya and Puig are better as center mids. And looking at Lamine Yamal, his pace is horrible, so we're going for the winger role this season. And Messi's pace is also terrible, but he doesn't need it because he's a cam, so we're gonna give him the classic 10 instead. And so far in the Copa del Rey, Barca beat Sevilla on pens, round of 16 beat Osasuna on pens, and quarterfinals beat Rayo Vallecano. But in the semis, it's an El Clasico. They want to get to a final, man. Gonzalo's the top goal scorer. Vinny's doing well. So is Jude. Gavicha's now at Madrid. Boys, Pedri is at Real Madrid. No, bro, we need to save him soon. As was William Pacho. This won't be easy. But if anyone can do it, it's the greatest of all time, and Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal on the ball gives it into Ricky Puig. Ricky Puig gives it in the middle into Ansu Fati. Fati does find Lamine Yamal. Great link-up play from them too. And now it's Lamine. Lamine cuts back, gives it all the way to Tunkara, and it goes in. Surprisingly, Barca are leading in El Clasico in the semis of the Copa del Rey. Tunkara gives it to Messi, who finds Ansu Fati. He's 1v1. We signed them as a 9. He better score this. Scores it instead into Tunkara. Out of all the players, Yamal, Messi, Fati, Tunkara is the one shining. 2-0, baby. Oh, but Real Madrid are on the counter. Camavinga finds Jude Bellingham, scores it to Gonzalo. Peña was expecting the shot. That's why he came out. 2-1. 36 minutes now. Lamine gives it into Mateo Morey. Mateo Morey to Ricky Puig, who finds Lamine. Here comes Lamine, gives it to Ansu Fati. Fati with a finesse, and it goes in. It doesn't matter. Madrid going back. Barca are killing it right now. Lionel Messi on the ball, trying to put an end to this game. Tunkara gives it in the middle to Hamza, who finds Messi. 1v1. Can he finish this? And yes, he does. 4-1. It's over. Barca are going to the final. And I shake Mourinho's hand. Who are we meeting in the final? This is awkward. I didn't realize there's a second leg, so we're just gonna simulate, hope we don't bottle. 2-1 loss, but we're still going to the final. I completely forgot, man. And that final is against Atletico de Madrid. And they look strong with Lookman, Alex Baena, Julian Alvarez, Victor Gyökeres as well. But unlike the Real game, there was no goal scored here. Barcelona are in a pen shootout. First penalty is going to be Ansu Fati. Can he go ahead and put it away? Yes, he does. 1-0. And now it's Victor Gyökeres stepping up for Atletico de Madrid to the right, and it goes in, man. Lionel Messi, the captain, he cannot let his team down. Top left, bangs it in. 2-1. Julian Alvarez up next, goes to the right, and it's saved by Iñaki Peña. And now Tunkara, who's been incredible in this save so far. Top left, it goes in. 3-1. Iñaki Peña versus Antoine Semenyo, who's Atletico as well, but it's 3-2. Jan Oblak up next versus Lamine Yamal. Don't be the first one to miss, and it just goes in. Oblak almost saves. But if Nico O'Reilly misses this, Barcelona or Copa del Rey champions, O'Reilly, and he misses. Let's go. Barcelona lift their first trophy. Yamal and Messi are getting so much closer to winning the Champions League. And yes, Barcelona have finished in top 4. I was expecting Europa League or Conference League, but they're back in the Champions League. Lamine has received a +4 to an 84, and Messi an 83. Slowly starting to become some of the world's best players. Who will win the Ballon d'Or first, though? And Fati's the top goal scorer with 15. Tunkara 13-2. 12-2 for Lionel Messi. Yamal finally gets more than 10 goals, but also gets 12 assists. I'm waiting for one of these guys to have a sensational season, though. And with Tunkara hitting at 80, now everybody in the squad is above an 80. Puig at an 85. But if they're going to try and compete for the Champions League next season, this is not a good enough team. But once again, Yamal's in the team of the season. Messi still hasn't made it on here. And this is huge, boys. 116 million. I can finally bring back a Barcelona or La Masia superstar. Just not Pedri, because he's too expensive. Maybe a Paul Cubarsí here at center back. Maybe even a Pablo Gavi. Maybe an old Rafinha if he's still playing football. There's so many options. Like I mentioned, Pedri is almost impossible to sign. And Paul Cubarsí as well. This is the guy I wanted, but he's still at Atletico. However, Joan Garcia is looking possible. Only 62 million for the best keeper. Pablo Gavi would cost us all of our money, though. Our players like Rafinha, Gordon, and Ferran Torres are all affordable. Well, first I had to go for the world's best keeper for 65 million. Joan Garcia is returning to Barcelona. So Joan Garcia joins the side. I'm worried about this center back situation, man, but there isn't options. Well, I'm completely dumb because I forgot about Eric Garcia, which means no Ferran Torres, no Gordon, and no Rafinha. So for basically the rest of our money, 40 million, Eric Garcia has returned to Barcelona. We may be in the Champions League, but the league title is the priority this year. And those were two great signings, and I think we can win the league title this year. As we're running back the shadow striker for Lionel Messi, as well as the inside forward for Lamine Yamal. And Barca are leading La Liga with 31 games played, and they are 6 points ahead of Madrid. There is an El Clasico tonight, and if they win, they could secure the league title, being 9 points ahead. And Gonzalo Garcia is a top goal scorer with 14, tied with Messi, but Kvaratskhelia is also there. But Hamza is the one leading the Golden Boot race right now, while Jude is leading the assist race for them, while Ricky Puig and Alenya are right behind them. And of course, Alexa Vinny, Pedri, and Franco Macedono are always dangerous. Now it's Lionel Messi. You do not want this guy on the ball, at least real life Messi, because this guy is still not that good at dribbling. It's still Messi. He gets rid of everyone though. It's a brilliant pass. Ansu Fati looks to turn. He cuts back, gives it to Messi. Lionel Messi into Lamine. Yamal with a finesse, and it goes in. A brilliant counter-attack for Barca, and this could secure the league title. Here comes Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham gives it to Vinicius Jr. to make it 1-0, 1-1. Garcia, great save. Alex Valle gives it to Ricky Puig. Puig does find Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal cuts inside. It's good from him. Lamine still on the ball. Gives it to Messi. Messi, brilliant through ball. Ansu Fati, but he's offside. Here come Real Madrid. Pedri on the ball. Gives it to Jude Bellingham, who finds Vinicius. Back into Pedri. Jude. Oh my days. These guys are cooking us right now. Jude Bellingham, shot, saved Garcia. Lamine Yamal back on the ball. You don't want this guy to create an opportunity like he already has today. Lamine Yamal gets rid of one, gives it a great through ball into Lionel Messi. Here comes the greatest of all time, into Ansu Fati, lays it up to Tunkara. Great turn, shot, and it goes in. What a player Tunkara has been in Messi and Yamal's journey for the Champions League. And now it's Gonzalo Garcia, gives it to Vinicius with a shot. Great save from Joan. Ricky Puig on the ball, gives it into Lionel Messi, and here comes the greatest of all time. Finds Hamza, who came off the bench. Who's the top goal scorer in La Liga? Lamine Yamal back into Hamza. What a great run. Can he go ahead and finish making 3? Yes, no. He misses. Come on, Hamza. Messi looking to finish off this game. Lamine, no, gives it to Lamine. Yeah, Lamine cuts inside. Again to Hamza. He has to finish this time. 1v1. Hamza, and it goes in. The top scorer of La Liga for a reason. He might have to start from now on. 3-0. And the whistle is blown. Barca are now 9 points ahead with 6 games to go. That has to be a league win. And there we go. Barcelona keep their bottle and win La Liga, as Hamza, Tunkara, Garcia, Eric Garcia, Messi, and Yamal all make the team of the season, as Hamza ended up winning the Golden Boot. Alenya tied with Pulisic and Bellingham and Yamal for the top assists. And Messi's now at an 88 overall, and so is Lamine. By the way, Messi's still going to be playing cam. I just made him a left wing, so he can actually have a chance of winning the Ballon d'Or. But 33 goals for Hamza, 18 and 12 for Messi. I don't think there's been a single time where Yamal has outperformed Messi, by the way. 18 and 7 for Tunkara, 11 and 8 for Fati, Eric Garcia 8 and 3, and 5 and 14 for Lamine Yamal, the World Cup winner. And 84 overall Hamza. Yeah, he has to start from now on. 84 Tunkara, 86 Ricky Puig, 88 Eric Garcia, 90 Joan Garcia. This team and even the bench of reserves look great, man. But in the Champions League, Barca finished in 6th, but somehow lost to Club Brugge in the round of 16. I knew they were not ready. So this is what the team looks like. I trust Hamza, I trust Tunkara, but that center mid spot and that left center back spot is where they needs improving. And with 200 million to spend, it seems like a lot of money, but it could only afford one superstar. And I have to make the decision between Pedri or Paul Cubarsí, who will benefit Lamine Yamal and Messi to help them win the Champions League. And I made my decision for 170 million. Paul Cubarsí, the best young player at the World Cup, fully deserved. I think with Yamal and Messi, there's enough creativity. And Alenya has been sweet. Kubarsi is the player we signed. And Kubarsi might be that last piece of the puzzle. Alenya is the weak link, but I think we'll be fine. Can Messi and Yamal lead Barcelona to their first Champions League since 2015? And in the Champions League, they finished with 7 wins and 1 loss. For round of 16, they beat Chelsea. Quarterfinals, they beat Bayern Munich. And semis, they beat Paris as they face RB Leipzig in the Champions League final. As they win back-to-back La Ligas, Messi and Yamal win their first Supercopa, and they add another Copa de España. And boys, what is going on? How is Tunkara better than Messi and Lamine? As Leipzig do have Ekitike. He has 23 in all comps. That's where Kylian Mbappe is. Odraogo with 12. Antonio Nusa with 5 and 4. Pablo Gavi 4 and 14. Yan Diomande still here. But huge shout out for Hamza. 37 goals, 26 and 11 for Messi, 22 and 15 for Tunkara, and 15 and 13 for Lamine. As Lamine is at a 90 overall, Messi at an 89. If we win tonight, will one of them win the Ballon d'Or? And everybody is fit. Tunkara 87, Hamza 86, Puig 88, Alenya went down, 90 Kubarsi, 90 Garcia, 91 Joan Garcia, man. All of these players have been absolutely incredible and crucial to Messi and Yamal's journey. But have Messi and Yamal done enough to deliver Barca a long-awaited Champions League here tonight? Oh, and here comes RB Leipzig. Oh, who got to get to Conrad Harder? Mbappe's not even starting. And Leipzig take an early lead. This is not good, man. But now it's Udraogo gives it into Antonio Nusa, who finds Hugo and Kitike Garcia. Great save. But here come FC Barcelona. Tunkara gives it to Hamza, who finds the greatest of all time, Lionel Messi. He is actually way too quick. Messi cuts back, looking for Yamal. That's a foul, ref. No card given to Leipzig. That should low-key be a red. We're giving this free kick to Messi, the greatest of all time. Can he equalize it? Left foot finish and hits the crossbar. But here come RB Leipzig again. Vargas is on the ball. We gotta get the ball off him, man. Come on, Valle gives it into Udrago with a shot and it goes in. I can't believe this. It's 2-0 to Leipzig in a UCL final. Barcelona is bottling it right now. Barcelona pick up the ball from kickoff. Ricky Puig gives it to Lamine Yamal. Yamal into Hamza. Hamza to Messi. First time finish. It hits the crossbar again. And now it's Conrad Harder on the ball with a through ball into Kitike. It's one back, but it falls back into Kitike. Great win back. Oh my days. Counter attack now. Lamine Yamal gives it to Ricky Puig, who finds Lionel Messi. Cuts back, gives it all the way to Lamine, the Dream Yamal, with a pass in to Hamza. Can he win that? He lays it up to Matteo Morey. Morey into Tunkara. He's through on goal. This guy is incredible. It's supposed to be about Messi and Yamal, and Tunkara has 10 goals in the Champions League. Oh man, here come Leipzig again to make it 3. Nice interception. Alex Valle loses it again though. Hugo, Ekitike, get the ball off this man. What is he doing at Leipzig anyways? Udrago, great tackle by it. Stop losing the ball. And now it's Kubarsi. Great ball into Messi. Messi finds Lamine Yamal. And here comes the Spanish youngster, the World Cup winner. It's insane that we can say that now. Yamal gives it all the way into Messi. Messi back in to Hamza. No, it falls into Lamine Yamal instead. Finesse, and it goes in. 2-2, baby. One more and Barca can win the UCL. Messi on the ball, gives it into Alenya. Alenya to Hamza, who finds Messi. Finds Lamine Yamal on the through ball again. And Barcelona are dangerous on this counter. It falls into Messi. Messi looks to cut inside. It's beautiful. Lionel Messi for the shots, and it goes in. The greatest of all time makes it 3-2. The comeback is completed, but can they hold on? And the whistle is blown. Barcelona lift the Champions League. Yamal and Messi are perfect teammates. But who won the Ballon d'Or? And it turns out Lamine Yamal wins just like last night. Let me know who you think is going to win the Ballon d'Or down below in Rula. And if you guys enjoyed this video, click on this video right here. I know you're going to love it, man.